Funding for the Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta Way podcast was provided by a grant through the Hirsch Legacy Fund. The Hirsch Legacy Fund supports nonprofit organizations serving communities in Atlanta, Georgia, the U.S., and Israel with projects focusing on mental health, underserved communities, and Jewish causes. Visit HirschLegacyFund.org and discover more about their mission to help others. Welcome to our podcast, Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta Way. Hosted by and about Clubhouse Atlanta members, our show features inspiring discussions that inform, uplift, and empower as we work together to build a world where mental health challenges no longer stand in the way of fulfilling careers, relationships, and lives. Be sure you visit our website at www.clubhouseatlanta.org. While you're there, subscribe to us at your favorite network. Now, let's shine a light on strengths and potential rather than limitations.
Welcome to Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta Way podcast. I'm your host, Vincent Bagby, and today, along with co-host Gannett Geber-Mariam, we're going to interview Sabrina Schramm and Andy Goldenson with Instruments of Healing.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Sabrina. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Vince.
Hello. Hi, Sabrina.
And Charlotte, too.
Andy.
But I have my first question to you guys is, what is musical wellness and what are the benefits on mental health?
Well, musical wellness is pretty straightforward, like it sounds. It's using music and all the benefits that you can reap from music in your regular routine, your daily wellness, and helping you get through life. Benefits of on mental health. There's so many. Music just completely benefits your mental health altogether. Just a few factoids. Well, first of all, when you listen to music or play music or engage in music in some way, shape, or form, it gets those good feeling neurotransmitters in your brain going, such as like dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. It gets those all flowing so that, it helps you feel better. If you're depressed, it can really make you feel much better. Also, if you are, specifically for people who play music, it is the only known activity by scientists that engage the entire brain all at once, all the different parts of your brain, the frontal lobe, all the different, the hypothalamus, all the different kinds of areas of your brain. It engages them all at once. And it just shows what a special activity that is and how good it is for you. And just, engaging in music in general can just help you so much. It is in all the way beneficial. And of course, obviously, for what we do, we highly encourage everybody to use music in their wellness and recovery.
Well,
and Andy, is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, just one thing. It's been proven that listening to music at least 10 minutes a day will improve your mental health. It will, whether it's depression you're fighting and some other or any other mental health conditions. Did I get that back?
I think singing.
Singing. Oh yes, it's singing. 10 minutes a day can improve your mental health.
Right. So if you want to sing in the shower, that's the best place to do it. 10 minutes in the shower, you got it. So there you go.
Captive audience.
Right.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Okay, next question we have is, how did the two of you get involved with music wellness? And please share how Instruments of Healing began.
Okay. Well, Sabrina and I have used musical wellness throughout our lifetime. But we both took lessons on instruments. I took piano lessons as a child, and Sabrina started flute lessons, and she actually took them all the way from the age of 9 all the way up through at the end of her senior year of high school. So she was quite proficiently trained. I was really kind of a chord chopper. I could play a few chords because I thought I let go of it way too soon.
Yes.
So but I missed it. And I had a friend lend me her small little keyboard, and then about
As an adult.
yeah, about 18 years ago or so, 2008, 2009, I was over at my friend Samir's house, and he happened to have one of these stage digital pianos.
Uh-oh.
I was amazed to see it. It like weighed 25, 26 pounds. It was
Yeah.
very light. This isn't like mom and dad's like Wurlitzer, upright piano that, is several hundred pounds, or at least a few hundred pounds. It was an amazing thing I'd never witnessed before. And I was like, Samir, how did you buy this? Where did you buy this? Can you get one of these? How could I get one? How much would I have to spend? And he looked it up right then and there. He saw one used for a few $100s. I'm like, that seems approachable.
Yeah.
And he told me, the local guitar centers, you can get them at music stores. And he kind of showed me this. Well, then I proceeded to put my hands on $1,000 top of the line fleet ship of one that I could have gotten for much, but hundreds of dollars less, as I would later do to get another keyboard. But I would purchase my first keyboard with money that should have been used for dentistry and health. And I purchased the keyboard. I would eventually buy an amp, a microphone, and I thought I would hit the clubs,
Yeah.
full throttle. Well, I was one day, and all I got was I was in there for lunch. No one came in, and then eventually they got tired of me playing, and they said, "Are you going to order anything?" So I'm like, oh wow, I don't think I have the stomach for this. But a couple of my friends managed mental health peer-run wellness and recovery centers. You've heard them put as drop-in centers, clubhouses. They've been called different things over the years and time. And they were friends of Sabrina and mine. And they're like, I asked them if I could come in and do sing-along concerts. And they said, lo and behold, they said, sure, Andy. One had a winter annual meeting. They let me be the entertainment for that. And another one would let me in on a quarterly basis. And as I was doing these concerts, the idea of IOH was slowly forming by people passing by me going, I'm a drummer.
Okay.
Another person would pass by and say, oh, I'm a bassist. Another would say, man, if I had my sax right now, I'd be playing with you, jamming with you. What would I be doing with that? And then bing, a light bulb went off in my head because I wanted to jam with a band. That's one of the reasons I wanted to learn to, because I'm a singer, always have been all my life. It's another instrument of mine. And I wanted to learn to accompany myself, to sing in, like I did in the sing-alongs, sing and play. And, but I was like, I wish I could get these instruments back in these people's lives. I mean, there's a need for it. You could hear it in these people's responses at these sing-along concerts. And I got this idea, and I went home to Sabrina, and I told her about it, and she said to me, honey, I could turn that into a business for us. Ooh. And she got with a lawyer, friend of the family, and they showed her how to do the easy form to apply for our 501c3 status, and we learned that we should get a business bank account. We had to get a steering committee that formed our board of directors. They've been wonderful for years. Our first program we would give would be on my mother's birthday, April 28th, 2012. And we're proud, and that's how it really began. That's how and we would keep doing programs. I lost my main job, and they even said in the firing meeting, your heart's somewhere else, and they were referring to the music. Yeah. So I kind of talked my way out of one career and then into another. As one window was shutting, IOH was like, let's take them. Let's recruit them. Let's get them now. And that's what they did. And they started paying me. Then we went off because I was used to a certain kind of pay. So they went for me first. Then we recruited Sabrina for pay. And that was such an emotional moment for Sabrina. We had both of us paid. And that was the beginnings, really, of IOH.
2012. So it happened organically. You sharing your gift and love of music with other people to help them and create a whole new career for yourself where your passions were.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. What types of settings and techniques do you use in those settings for your work and musical wellness?
Oh, okay. Well, we go to a variety of different kinds of settings. We travel. We're a mobile organization, so we we're based in Clarksburg, Maryland, and
Okay.
we will go to places and I'll tell you the kinds in a sec, but it's like for Northern Virginia,
Okay.
parts of Pennsylvania, Washington D.C. So we
Wow.
bring we put the instruments in our car,
Yeah.
and we travel to places like their treatment settings. Some of them are wellness and recovery settings, but we go to psychiatric rehab programs. We have gone to some psychiatric hospitals.
Okay.
We and then the wellness and recovery centers are basically like peer run centers where we go. That's where we started, like Andy said, amongst our peers, and that's very dear to our hearts. But in terms of techniques that we use, we're not formal. We are more of a informal based. We don't have any we are not music therapists, nor do we pretend to be. So we do not have technical techniques, but it's a very organic process that we use. We have our instruments, and we invite people up to play the instruments or to sing. We have a tablet that we use, and we get like YouTube with the lyric videos, and people can sing along to their favorite songs. And just jam. We encourage people to jam, and you don't have to. This is another question I know, but we don't have to have a lick of experience. So we just encourage people to listen to each other as they play, and maybe bounce on a keyboard and hear the beat, or a drum, hear the beat, and learn how to play with others. And it fosters listening skills. It fosters social skills together. Just as a communal jam there, and it really helps people with their confidence and self-esteem. They're getting up. We have they're in front of their peers, an audience of their peers, clapping them on and supporting them. It's non-judgmental. It's safe, and they really get to gain confidence through that. People who you never would suspect would come up and perform or try something new. There they are. And we've heard from the counselors like, wow, I never knew that person could do that. So it's a neat experience.
Yeah. So the music fosters a collaborative self-discovery for everybody involved there. Hidden talent come out, not just in the shower. You can sing with your peers and everybody know how good you are.
From the shower to your peers.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh, would you like to add something, Andy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a good point to mention that of the exact, I want to say it's a rock stage of instruments that we bring. Yes. Should I mention the?
Do you want to say what instruments?
Sure. Can I just tell you what the rock stage would look like? Bringing instruments. You've seen a lot of groups that bring instruments, but our wow effect really is that we bring a rock stage out of our car. Everything is in there. A whole rock band is in there that we will bring out of our car and set up all stages. We have a PA speaker, a big PA speaker put up on a pole, like a speaker pole, and we have wireless cordless mics. We're very proud of them, and people use them. And we have the tablets that Sabrina mentioned. And then here are the instruments. So you'll see a full 88, do you remember earlier?
Or piano keyboard.
Seeing that stage digital piano. Well, we bring one of those, and we bring an electric drum set. We bring high quality instruments. It was once said of us that you guys really bring quality instruments, and we're proud that was said, and that people know us by that.
They deserve it
because people deserve it, whether they're high end, the highest end, or middle end. We want to bring them quality, and we have. So here they are. So our stage would be the digital piano. The electronic drum set, which is a full drum kit, and the 3 basic guitars, which are an electric guitar, a bass guitar, and what you call usually an acoustic guitar. It looks like an acoustic guitar, can play like one, but it's known as acoustic electric. And they're because you want to plug it in just in case, so it can keep up with the sound volume levels of the other guitars on stage, so people could hear it if they're sitting out. It gives it a little amplification.
Yeah, but also has the natural reverberation of the cavity where. I have a guitar, and I was learning how to play it years ago, and you guys make me want to get mine out again.
That's what we hope to do when we're done with programs, that people will want to exactly do that. Is we want to go, take lessons or hit on pots of pants, whatever they can afford to get a drum beat going, or learn some more guitar and stuff.
Yeah. We have a member here named Miles who he plays music as well. He's
Nice.
quite accomplished.
Yeah, it's
Wonderful.
great.
Yeah, he performs for his mom at a center. Grandmother, I'm sorry, for his grandmother. And yeah. So it's really nice.
It is.
Now, my next question to you guys is, does someone need to be musically inclined in order to benefit from music wellness?
Should I take that one? Because that was
Sure.
Yeah. Not at all. You do not have to have a lick of musical experience to do what we do. I mean, there are people, it ranges. There are people who come to us who are formerly professionals, but at the same time, there's a whole range. People may have taken lessons before and tried it out as kids, and people will be like, oh yeah, I played trumpet in my middle school band, but but you don't have to have ever been musically inclined. People say, oh, I'm not musical, but we like them to kind of jump off that diving board of fear and try something new. Try an instrument, put a guitar in your hands just to see what it feels like. And people like it, always. I don't think anybody's ever said they didn't. So we are all musically inclined. We have a heartbeat from when we are born that we hear in our mother's hearts. And, and that starts it right there.
Wow, well said, Sabrina.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've got another one. I guess how do you propose that people people incorporate music wellness into their lives, everyday life?
Well, that's a really good question, Vince. How can you propose get music into your daily lives? I mean, I think everybody has different economic means, and we have to take that into account. I was once told by a gentleman who came to one of our programs, and at the end of it, he said to me, "Sir, if I hadn't been playing your drums tonight, I would have been at home using." And he was seen again in a hospital, repeated that same comment to the director of one of the center we had played at.
Yeah.
And we were informed that, and so that was the very first night I heard him say that to me. I said to his girlfriend or his partner that was with him, please get this man pots and pans. I don't care what it is, a drum set or pots and pans, get him playing, because he really could use this in his life. So you could see that to him, it would be very important to be playing his musical. And I think there are a lot of free concerts. If you can get, if you don't know where they are, maybe a counselor could look them up for you, where they are and how to get to them. And I know or you could take lessons if you have more economic means. Take lessons on an instrument. Learn an instrument. It's never too late, and it's a lot of fun. And I would ask the instructor, tell them how you would like to learn. There's chord theory, which gets you playing popular music. Those songs you've always wanted to play. There's always one you always wanted to learn. I say learn that first one. This is by a gentleman by the name of Scott, the piano guy, Houston, who I read his book on chord theory.
Yes.
And he said he teaches by chord theory, and it's a great way to kind of make it a simpler, quicker way of getting into the music, learning how to play piano or learning how to play guitar, because they're rhythm instruments and they have chords you can play.
Yes.
And just go to concerts, like Sabrina said earlier. You can sing in the shower, sing wherever you can, listen to music, turn on your radio or computer, and just wherever you can, just use it. And just if you're down in the dumps, use it to pump you up, get an inspiring song maybe. Just however you can hear it, get to it. Try to put it in your life at least a few good maybe 10 minutes a day.
Yes, when I was learning, the finger charts looked like, I don't know, something I couldn't understand. So I had to get one of the ones, they were pricey, but they really helped. They showed actually finger placements on the frets and at the key, and that helped a lot. I could play C, G. I figured out E minor. I was strumming and I heard that the power chord, and I thought, wow, I figured out how to play one on my own. It was a lot of fun.
I just learned that power chord so I could play to like 50 sounding songs. But a couple of those strings, just that one note on E minor, you could play like to a lot of 1950 songs just with that alone, and maybe a couple other power chords. Get a few chords, and you're off to playing tons of songs.
Yeah.
Can I add that YouTube offers so many kinds of free lessons?
Right.
So you don't even in this day and age have to pay for lessons necessarily. Get them right off of YouTube, and also donations for instruments, because let's face it, instruments can cost some money, but you could always even Clubhouse Atlanta could get some donations. I'm sure you guys could figure out how to get some instruments for your folks and donations. And I'll just there was one more thing, I can't remember what it was that I wanted to add, but that all is just some suggestions for people who may not be able to afford the fancy stuff, so to speak. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess, is there anything else you'd like to share with us about musical wellness or instruments of healing specifically before we close out?
Yeah, I think can I start?
Go ahead. Well, I'll wrap up. Yeah.
Finish this off.
Yeah.
The art closers. He's a great one.
Thank you.
I would like to say that music wellness has, and the piano specifically, has saved my life on multiple occasions. What I mean by that, you're probably wondering, how could a piano, save you? You can't exactly bring a piano into a big group of people or a fight you think you're about to try to get into or out of. But for me, I was fighting my sanity, and at times, and I really mean that. I mean, I didn't mean to be on PC, but I was having my first nervous breakdown. To me, my nerves were shot. In my nervous system. And I know it's an old, out-of-date term, but I basically was probably having a mental breakdown. There might have been some psychosis involved. I'm sure there was, and mania perhaps was in there too. But what I was doing, I would be at my parents' home, and I would literally hold on to that piano. And I remember my mom and dad walking in from being out somewhere, and my mom would be like, "Make him stop, Dave," because all I was doing was pounding on it. And I heard my dad saying to her, I'll never forget this. He said, let him play, Mary. Let him play. He knew that I needed it. And when I ended up in the psych ward for the very first time in 1996, at Suburban Hospital in Bethesda, Maryland, there was an old beat-up piano. I was walking down the hall, and I noticed it right away, because I never not notice a piano anywhere I go. And there it was, and I went in there, and I started playing it. And in terms of building a desire that someday maybe I could do something meaningful in my life, thought, could I ever help anyone? And I got the first words of maybe I could help someone at the age of 24, 25, at ripe young age, because the nurse walked in, and after I got done banging out, one of the only few songs I could play in the key of C at the time, because I hadn't learned my chord theory yet, she said, "Andy, you got to keep playing." The nurse, I turned around, and the nurse, her name was Karen, she said, "Andy, you got to keep playing." And I said, "Why?" Karen said, "Because they can hear you down on the cancer floor. They're listening to you down where the patients are, and you're helping them."
Wow. Okay. That's deep. Yeah.
So that showed me, oh my goodness, like there's something to this. And piano was a friend of mine in college when I couldn't socialize and find friends. Yes. There was always the pianos in the practice rooms that were open to us students to play, and I could go in and just hold on to a piano when I couldn't find any other friends in my life. I eventually would find a few friends at the end of my college career to hang out with, but leading up to those years, all those lonely times, the piano was always such a friend. I mean, I've written a play, and the piano is actually a character, kind of by metaphor. Music is a friend of mine in the play, and the piano was the inspiration for that. It's a play about my life and about IOH, and it's the origins of instruments of healing, meaning and a relationship to my mother and I, how she incorporated the group lessons she got me, and how she put music into my young life, and it helped me with my learning disabilities, and just really get going and figure out how to get through life.
Music is life. It's a powerful force that helps personal development, individually and socially in groups. And that's really helped you. Me too. I love listening to music. It helps me. Sometimes even a sad song can help you process what you're feeling and get you back to happy again.
Yeah.
One of mine was "The Rose" by, I think it's who is it? Bette Midler, yeah.
There's a person in our programs that loves that song. Every single time she will sing it. So yeah, I think music is a lifeline.
Is
for
it
sure.
Serena? You were gonna
Yeah,
add something?
but I just wanted to say that you are a rock star. Gannett is a rock star. Everyone out there are rock stars. We are all rock stars, and you can be, whether you know how to play music, whether you never played a lick of music. We are all rock stars, and just remember that, to shine on and just use music in your wellness. Anytime you feel down, just turn to music. It could be like Andy had. It could be your friend. So,
yes, I love what Andy said. Music is a friend of mine. I love that so much, Andy.
Yes, thank you.
Because it sure is for me too.
You too. Thank you very much, Sabrina and Andy. Appreciate and Instruments of Healing together. Thank you for your time today and sharing that with us at Clubhouse Atlanta.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning into Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta way. Remember to visit our website at www.clubhouseatlanta.org and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're there, subscribe to us at your favorite network. We look forward to you joining us again next time on Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta way.